Okay, so I'm back now for July the 28th, 2012, Colorado shooting part 2. By the way, when you see these videos, remember, every day I'm doing a Colorado shooting video, and every day it makes it a new one. So for every different date, it's part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, or however many videos I do that day. Now there's 23 or 24 videos now. I was talking a minute ago about part 1, Colorado shooting. And by the way, in my first video, part 1, I say, somebody out there that really wants to help me can't contact me through my nublio217@hotmail.com. They have to go to different emails now to contact me. I could give my second email, but I'm scared that the government probably has not figured out where all of my emails are, and because of that, they'd have to search through hundreds of thousands of emails, and they probably can't even get close to finding out where the alternative emails are and what name they're under. But whatever, I need help. I got 3 days left. I don't know what to do other than, wait for the axe to fall again. I've been repeated, no one has as much bad luck as I have. I'm being tortured by your country. And at least if I went to another country that has socialized medicine, I could get my teeth fixed, I could finally see a doctor, and maybe get back on the health watch that I used to be on. My own health watch was so perfect that doctors in my seminars about amino acids and amino acid supplementation and the vitamin consultations and amino acid consultations and minerals and enzyme consultations that I gave dozens of people, including movie stars, doctors were sending their patients to me. You figure out why they were sending their patients to me. Because I know my stuff. Anyway, so to give you people an idea of how much I know, remember, I've always said that the DNA is very vast and that there's no way the government can tell when the next bright diamond in the rough or mental giant is going to appear in any of the classifications that, let's say, the Nobel Prize gives prizes for, whether it's in physics or literature or any of the classifications that they give prizes. I have multiple varied backgrounds. Experts in many fields is what I am. And instead of people acknowledging my intelligence and my genius, I end up ranting and raving like anyone else whose life has been interrupted and repeatedly been a subject of civil rights violations over and over again. I should not have been here. I should have had success with building my spherical oil tankers. It would have stopped all the oil spills all the way back to the late 1970s. I should have been a billionaire if people had taken me seriously about droughts back in the mid-'80s when I came up with that special 2-story house that would have saved water and electricity, which the Department of Commerce knows about. No. What Obama represents, what all of the big, rich people represent is nothing but evil. And that's why the media ignores me. I mean, I'm entitled to my opinion. There's thousands of people that think this place is evil. I'm sure James Holmes thought this country is evil and finally snapped and went to the point of meticulously making bombs and blowing up the place. That's what I call the most intelligent, smart, crafty lone wolf I've ever seen on the news. The other idiots like Buford, what's his name, and they probably weren't caught just because they just haphazardly went along and did it. The Blacksburg, Virginia guy, he managed to fall through the cracks and get through the security floor cracks. He fell through the security floor cracks, just like James Holmes did. And I predicted, in some of my videos before the Colorado shooting, I predicted saying that, forget Al-Qaeda, domestic terrorism will increase, and the people doing it will not relate what they're going to do to anybody. They won't talk to anybody. They won't socialize with anyone for the intelligent reason that if they do, they might slip and say something that would bring suspicion on them immediately. And in this hot, heavy climate of shootings over and over and over again, believe me, people are going to be extremely suspicious of anyone that even looks weird. Hell, there are probably people out there that have looked at me and said, oh, that guy looks suspicious. I wonder if he'd do something. Little do they know that I told the Secret Service, I never have to do anything. I told them that when they came to my house before somebody burned it at DeSoto and Hart in Canoga Park. I told them, and immediately they thought I was conspiring with people. I said, I don't have to shoot George Bush. He's already dead. I don't have to do anything violent. People out there will do it for me. Oh, that sounds like a conspiracy. See, this is how their brains think. They're really stupid as they are from going to South America and getting caught with the whores down there, okay? Pumping the whores. Or cheating the whores because the guy didn't want to pay the whore. The point I'm making is, your society has really destroyed my life. Do you have a time machine to correct all this? Because that's the only amends. That's the only amends that I would ever accept. A time machine, or I want to wake up 16 years old tomorrow morning, and when that happens, I don't have to think about these people that have done damage to me, because I have a gift greater than all the money in the universe. I can start all over again, for real. I can get my buses back, my cars. I can start my Shangri-La project. I can continue to work on my watch the world continue screwing itself by not paying attention to me about my spherical oil barges and my spherical oil tankers and the two-story house that would actually have made a big dent in the drought that's happening right now, which is going to raise the prices on meat and vegetables. You know what? I'm glad the grocers and the meat people will be raising their prices, because that's your punishment for not listening to me. And I'm a guy who you've permanently damaged. Nothing will keep me here. If somebody shows up with a lot of money and says, Caesar, we want to help you leave this country, take you to a country that has socialized medicine, and then I'm going to ask that country to cut all ties with the United States of America completely, immediately, because the United States of America's bad karma rubs off on everybody. I don't know. I don't care if you believe me or not. Trust me. Because of entanglement, I'm telling you, everything they do is evil, and it will rub off on you. Even the complainers, the complainitis, that I call it complainitis, it's a sickness, that causes trouble. Everything Americans do cause trouble. So that's what I would tell that country immediately. The country that rolls out the red carpet to me, that has socialized medicine that will help take care of me, I will say immediately, you need to do this. And I will make that country, that whole country, the new Shangri-La. And when America, if it lives long enough and survives long enough, sees from satellite view, they'll be watching that country. I know they'll be spying, but they won't be able to get in. I won't sit at another table with an American citizen, ever, as soon as I leave. I won't allow American citizens to come there and be tourists. They'll have to give up their citizenship forever and go through a number of lie detector tests to make sure that they're not spies. And then I will build a new society, a new eugenics super society, the one that Adolf Hitler talked about. Has nothing to do with being white, Jewish, or anything. That has nothing to do with it. It has to do with the DNA. There is no super race. The super race is everywhere. It's in here, in the DNA. It's subplanted a long time ago. And I'm not going to go into my theories. You want to hear my theories about that? Go back and look at all the other YouTubes. I'm not crazy. You people are. You're the ones that ruined it for yourselves by doing this to me. So I'm not going to show you how to do it once. I said that in one of my videos. If I got drafted as an overthrowing monarchy blanket over the whole United States political system, that's what it would take to keep me here. A complete, absolute overthrow. You'll still have your president and your vice president, but they are limited in their power. And their power will only be exercised by my approval. and dozens and dozens and dozens of advisors whose all their names, if with their permission, all their names will be known who the advisors was in every law, every bill, everything, so that people know who to go to and complain at for making that law if it turns out that it doesn't work. So, what do we do? What do I do? Continue to record these YouTubes? For what reason? No one's coming to help me. Who's going to come on a Saturday in Canoga Park to help me? Who? They can't call. You can't call me. My phone doesn't have any. My phone number, area code 747-888-7392. That's supposedly by Verizon, but it's through Verizon through a company called Outreach. And you have to have a special credit card to put time on my phone in order to call me and talk to me. So if you really care, go put time on my phone. It only takes $2.50, and use your credit card to do it. You can call 611 on your telephone, and then put the time on my phone. And then call me. And if you're an important person, have lots of money, and you're going to arrange to have some trucks sent to me or ocean-going containers, do it right now, because, you know, I'm out of time. I'm 3 days away from losing even more stuff, and having more and actually having stuff on the street tonight or tomorrow night. I don't know. I'm being attacked over and over again, and nobody wants to help me. So, why should I help a country that doesn't want to help me? Like I said, the next earthquake, I'm not going to help anybody. I survived the Northwich, and the next one, if I survive that one, I'm not lifting a finger. I'm going to sit there and watch all the carnage. Just like you people sat back and watched all these YouTubes and didn't lift a finger to help me. I don't want comments. That's why I put that word thing right here. You'll see a word thing saying, hack the White House phones. Don't sit there and send a comment to me. So what? The comment is not helping me. It's not helping me move my stuff over there. It's not helping me with money so I can get the hell out of this crappy country. To me, it's a crappy country. It always will be. Because it slowly declined my life and stole the one thing out of all the stuff that I owned, stole the one thing that was the most precious to me. And that was more than 10, 15 years of my life. It impeded my life over and over and over again. Impounded my vehicles, as Howard Summers Towing here in Canoga Park just kept impounding my vehicles over and over and over and over again. With them saying, oh, we're innocent, we're just a police garage, we have to do what the police tells us. Well, the police are responsible, Howard Summers is responsible, Ross Baker Towing is responsible, Keystone Towing is responsible, the crappy police department, parking enforcement, all of them. Hell, one parking enforcement officer at a hearing outright lied at that hearing. And he should be prosecuted for that. No, instead I'm the one that gets prosecuted, hurt. Then the false reports that people made at my house, sending the SWAT team out to the house at DeSoto and Hart. I wasn't even home. And my older twin went there in my place. This country is so... and ended up getting arrested or taken into custody. Anyway, this country is so evil. You cannot believe how much evil I have been perpetrated by. And it's all by you people. You people don't care. All you care about is, well, I don't blame you, your own lives. But when you get on YouTube and you give your opinion about how terrible the Colorado shooting is, why don't you see how terrible my life has been and come and help me? This is a bad place for me to be. They foiled and destroyed and stole. They murdered young years of my life. I can't bring those years back. Nobody can. They interfered with my life, diverted my time, diverted my timeline, destroyed me over and over again, and they're still destroying me right now. And instead of helping, they're either destroying, or once they're destroyed, they ignore me. There's no candle. There won't be any candlelight visuals for me when I die, or if I commit suicide. There will be no candlelight visuals. No one will care. No one will care whether I live or die. But you care about all the people that died watching Batman, including the poor little girl, 6 years old, that died. You're piss poor. I'll give the same argument Bruce Willis gives in Armageddon. You deserve a meteor. The planet Earth deserves a meteor. Bruce Willis gets on that speech and he says, you're telling me these 8 Boy Scouts here, they're the world's hope? You don't have some scientist out there thinking up plans and thinking up more alternative plans, that this is all your only plan? And Billy Bob Thornton says, yep. Oh, God. Oh, Christ. He's going, are you? And the reason he's saying that is because he's an expert in drilling. And these guys don't know anything about drilling. So he knows that now he's the only one that can go up there with his crew to help save the planet Earth. For what? To continue doing damages to people like me? To continue practicing doing damages to people like me? Is that what this is all about? You know, I've never drunk, smoked, or did drugs, or any of that stuff that other people do. And this is a reward I get for being a good person. This is the reward I get. You people are very, very sick. So the rewards you get is exactly what happened in Colorado to this congresswoman, to anybody. It doesn't matter. You get exactly what you deserve.